birthday to us. Guys, we are 5 years old. Five, five, five. High five all the way around this entire globe. I am so grateful to be sitting here today and celebrating with you all our 5th birthday. I have no words, to be perfectly honest. You know, when Mona and I were discussing about what we're going to do for today's show and thought about the 5 most eye-opening events, experiences that I've had over the past 5 years, the first thing I did when I sat down, and this might seem a little bit unrelated initially, but it's so not. It took me right back to when I was in my first few days at school. I went to school, boarding school, the hostel, when I was 5 years old, okay? And hey, I had 3 older sisters, okay? I could read, I could write. Every weekend they would come home and I would take their readers and I would read. By the time I went to school, I could read Standard 1, which is now grade 3 readers. So I was super excited to go to school because I could read and I could write. I preferred reading. I could definitely read more than what I could write, but I still wrote pretty well. But man, those first few weeks, when it came to making the number 5, I just could not make it. It was the most insane thing for me. Eventually, my teacher took me to the blackboard, and I remember this was probably an entire week. So I'm going to say 5 days, okay? I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say for 5 days. She would then put the 5 on the blackboard, and I would have to trace that 5. And it was like that, da, da, and then up there. And boy, I could do it in the tracing, but when it came to writing it, I just could not do it. And then one day, and I'll never forget, I had a little girl sitting next to me, and her name is Linda, was Linda. I've, gosh, so long ago not seen her since I left the school. And I was sitting there and I was in tears. I was feeling so defeated. And she put her hand on my back and she said, "Don't worry, Chantelle, we'll get it soon." And just the way she said it to me sparked me up. And I looked at her and I said, "Thank you." And I could make a 5. In that moment, it all came together, and I could make a 5. For the longest time, I could not understand what that was about until 5 years on Aquarius Rising Africa. It's taken 5 years of tumbling and turning and, oh man, being shadow banned, being deleted, but definitely not defeated, right? We've had videos struck. We've had, oh goodness, I mean, you guys know that have been with us from the beginning. But every time it was a promise to myself, to this channel, to the survivors out there, that I would not be put down. And that for me was what that was about. I understand spiritually that I always knew, I've always known I'm meant to do this, what I'm doing now. And my spirit was probably giving me some type of indication that the first 5 years would be uncertain. And you probably wouldn't know if you're going to make it through. But when you do, it's going to be smooth sailing. Why? Because you got it now, Chantelle. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have joined me and Mornay on this journey for the past 5 years. It has been exhilarating. It has been mind-blowing. It has been incredible. But the fact that we're still standing, our little Africa channel, makes me extremely, extremely happy. So thank you to each of you for joining us on this amazing journey. That was number one. And in no particular order, I'm going to talk about the four others as well. Number two, well, I think I'm going to start with the obvious, right? I mean, if we go back to some of those earlier shows, especially with Jessie and even Janine, Tara Janine, she was and David Zublik. I mean, those were the original, I think, three guests that we started interviewing, right? Immediately, we went right into the heavy the abuse of animals within the system, the innocence that has been ripped, innocent beings, human, haunted me. It absolutely haunted me. It really, wild hunts, kids. I mean, more recently, as well, it's bringing things together. It's helping me understand what the focal point is, where the really massive dark hive sits. I mean, I'm trying to find the words to go back in my memory and try and think about, especially those early days, some of these stories. I mean, I remember there were days I'd be in tears on that show. I still am sometimes, make no mistake. These stories never get easier to hear, and they never get easier to listen to, because each survivor, and there are many I speak to behind the scenes as well, each survivor has their own unique story. They might have gone through similar stuff, the same, they might even be in the same circle group, but their own unique experience of what they've been through is what makes them unique. I could never, ever just blanket all the survivors under one blanket and say, well, you guys have all experienced that in the same way. No, each one has had their story to tell with their unique fingerprint. And I appreciate that so much. Really, 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 I do. It's been a great privilege to have a channel like Aquarius Rising Africa, and the support that we have to enable us to host the guests we do, inform you viewers of the things we do, not we do, sorry, but what the guests have been through. It's a great privilege. But I will never get used to hearing about how animals and children and other human beings are tortured physically, mentally, spiritually, and of course, emotionally. So we will continue walking this path of light to expose these atrocities, definitely. Number three, all is not what it seems. And that goes both ways, right? Discernment has been such an important tool that I've been able to sharpen. Definitely. You all know I'm not from a background of any type of ritual abuse or any abuse, really. Come from a great family. Of course, we had our issues. No one doesn't. But nothing like what I've heard from survivors. So to be able to use my God-given gifts and navigate my way through the last 5 years and see what's real and see what's not real and smell the truth from the lies has been a great, great gift for me. I don't believe God hands us things. Boom, there you go. Take it, it's there. Ta-dam. No, those are fairyland stories. I believe God teaches us through lots of challenging experiences. God gives us our abilities, and we can kind of see our abilities as being spiritual muscles. And it is up to us to exercise these spiritual muscles that allow us to be able to discern that which is real and that which isn't, that which is true and that which isn't. But in order to find the truth, one has to sift through a whole lot of bullshit. I'm just going to call it for what it is. And I'm not really known for shying away from bullshit. If I'm smelling bullshit on my path, not that I like to go there, but I'm going to go there and I'm going to see what needs to be transformed in that situation in the way that it's going to serve myself and whoever I'm working with for the highest good. So sifting through a lot of BS has been unbelievably spiritually rewarding for me. I've walked this path with God over the past 5 years, probably much stronger than what I ever have had before. My belief system has not changed. In fact, if anything, it's been strengthened. I believe that we have so much good and so much strength within us that when we tap into that within us, and our challenges are going to be the things that enable us to get there. So how we navigate our challenges in life and how we transform and move through them is how we get back to God. I've seen that with some incredible survivors and guests on this channel who have, I always say, literally been to hell and back. And the back is really the beauty. Because to see, which actually brings me to my next point, the incredible resilience of the human spirit, point number 4, is such a privilege and a blessing. I don't think there's anything worse than some of these survivors could have gone through than what they've been through. And my God, when I see how they come through it, the forgiveness they're willing to offer, they themselves become healers. Yes, there's a lot of them who pretend. I'm not even going to lie. There's a lot of bullshit out there, and that's where discernment is key. We look for the true survivors, not the ones who are masked and who are putting out a narrative out there that serves, I'm going to call it the dark hive. And in a few weeks, you'll know why I call it that. There are those, I'm not even going to lie, and I think we all know that. There are those that are programmed to spoil a narrative at this point in time. I'm pleased to be part of the team, along with you guys, that exposes that. We are for truth. And through discernment and spiritual fitness, that's how we do it. And together, we join arms, we work within our communities, we support each other, we help each other, we're generous with each other. Whether you live across the world from someone else or not is immaterial, it's irrelevant. Your community doesn't have to be the street or the block that you live in. It can be your online community. I've had lots of communities over the years doing the work that I'm doing. We've done a lot of stuff over the years. And for me, the next step was to create an international community. And I am so pleased that you guys have joined that. And thank you. And thank you for the strength of the survivors, the overcomers, as I call you guys, because overcoming is really, in my opinion, understanding the strength and the resilience you have within you, and then using that to live a life full of love and blessings for you and those around you, despite of and in spite of the traumas and the pain and the suffering. We're here to walk each other back home and back to joy. And that's what we like to do here. So, thank you. And number 5, wow. The generosity of this community go for even life.
Please, I don't know.
Kids in Africa looking after animals in a very deep way. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but I am. The generosity of this community is astounding. I'm just going to leave it. No, I'm not going to leave it there. There is so much more I can say, and I know there's a lot of people who don't like to be mentioned, so I'm not going to mention you guys by name. But there's a group that has consistently supported this channel. Every month, I receive your benefit. And I'm so grateful because that has enabled this channel to assist those in need. We've assisted animal sanctuaries. We've assisted kids in Africa. We've assisted kids in Africa looking after animals. We've assisted people to be sponsored on various workshops, books, medications where it's been necessary. When people have been homeless, we've been able to help them. I can't even begin to tell you how much that means to me. That touches my heart in a very deep way. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but I am. My favorite Bible story has always been a Good Samaritan. I always hoped I could be that for someone, somewhere. And I don't like to see myself as the Good Samaritan per se. There's a lot of fault in me, make no mistake. But you guys have enabled me to fulfill that part of my heart, to observe when there have been those in need, and to be able to, without hesitation, assist them. There have been old people who've benefited, their children taking care of them. I could go on, but I'm not going to, because now I feel like a wuss. And I'm going to stop crying now. That's been amazing. Thank you. And I have a bonus. Number 6. The past 5 years have definitely enabled me to observe things from so many different angles. You all know I love to write. I've written a book for kids. But I was hoping that my next offering would be available right now as we speak, but it's actually not available yet, but it's going to be available, I'm going to say, within the next 3 to 4 weeks. I have, through what I've learned and through being inspired by so many people and survivors over the past 5 years, I've written a kids and adults actually adventure tale called The Honeycomb Tales, Adventures from the Ankara Field. So, of course, Morna in the background has been creating the beautiful creations that are going with it. But I would like to give 5 copies away when it's available. As I said, it's a little bit premature, But if you would like to be one of the recipients of our brand new creation for kids, adults, anyone who just loves life, nature, creation, and how to heal without violence and without harming anyone or anything else, no matter how bad we might think they are. So that's really the context of my story. And I don't want to give away too much now. But if you'd like to be a recipient of the Honeycomb Tales Adventures from the Ankara Field, written and created with love from me and Mornay doing his loving creations on the other side. Yeah, that's the gift I have to offer you guys for being there, always supporting, just being there. Thanks, guys. So you few diehards who've decided to stay till the end, I decided to come and pop in and say hi because you all know I'm not going to let our birthday go by without a little cheers. Guess what I've got? Irish coffee, guys. Ching ching. Just for those of us at the end. Thank you so, so much. Wow. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful community we have here. And I just want to say it's so good to see you. I was watching myself in tears. I'm going, oh my God, do I have to watch myself cry in front of the whole world? But honestly, it was truly, truly um, such a heartfelt show when I recorded that 2 days ago. And you know, the crazy part is that when we recorded that show 2 days ago was the first day we actually recorded Jesse's show. And then today, the fifth, fourth, where are we? Fifth, fourth, I don't even know, fourth, okay, was when obviously we did the live show, or not the live show, but we posted the first recording. So here I am, guys, with the few of you that have stayed until the end. And I am so grateful. That's all I can say. You know, every um, viewer that has commented and left information, every guest, wow, what an amazing bunch of guests we have had, right? And thank you, Desma. And what an amazing bunch of guests we've had over the past 5 years. It has been incredible. Just one truth bomb and one mind bomb after the other. It has been phenomenal. Yo, I'm not sure who wants to call me now when it's birthday celebration. But what I wanted to say was, yeah, it's just been an amazing 5 years. We've had the most incredible guests. We've had the most incredible viewers. It is because of you guys that we are still around. And honestly, we are shadow banned, and I really don't care. I don't care to fight that shadow banning. I know that the people who are hearing our content are the ones that are meant to hear it. There's not even a question in my mind around that. And I always like to call this channel not a channel, but we are a broadcasting hub or a broadcasting node. So we broadcast with energy. And when those who are ready to hear our message will hear it, that's the perfect time. You know, as I was saying in the beginning, um, we went in right, boom, dove so deep into the incredible topics and the subjects we were talking about back then, right? And now, 5 years later, mainstream media is starting to talk about the stuff we spoke about there. And it was just, isn't that incredible? Because that just says to me how I've been saying this. We open up the pathways. Those of us who do this kind of stuff, we are the trailblazers. We are the ones that go in and actually, it's like trying to cut down the Amazon forest with a knife, a penknife, right? But we do it. And it's not just me. And that's what I wanted to say. Yes, I'm the voice. I'm the voice of this channel. And I'm the voice for our community. And I just love being here with you guys. And it's just amazing. Now you can see, got me chatting. Cheers, guys. Irish coffee time. Have you all seen? This is a mega. This is like mega, mega Irish coffee. Cheers. Wait. Oh man, I gotta say, make the best Irish coffee. Guys, I love you all. That's all I can say. It's so awesome to see you. What else? Oh no, there's nothing else. Yeah, it's oh, of course there's something else. Good grief. Now you all know. Those of you who watched the rerun would have seen Cindy Spalter, who was one of the first survivors that spoke on this channel. Well, her story absolutely rocked my world. And I really want to say that if you missed that show, please go and watch it. Because she hadn't spoken before on anyone's channel. Neither I don't think she's spoken again. She's been interviewed by me a few times, and we've remained friends over the years. And she's an artist. And the other day I saw her advertising some of her art on Facebook. Guys, look at this. And I saw this. And I went, wow, I absolutely need that in my life. So without any further ado, I said, that picture is mine. I'd please love to have it. So, well, buy it. I wanted to buy it. She gifted it to me. And guys, it arrived yesterday. So perfectly on time for our beautiful, and it's spring, yeah. How amazing is it that this arrives the day before our 5th anniversary, when she was one of our, probably the first 5 guests, within the first 5 guests that I interviewed. I mean, it is absolutely incredible. So I don't know, Mornay, maybe you can put Cindy's details in the description as well. She's an artist, and if you're interested in getting some of her art, I can tell you it is incredible. And this is, again, how I say, this is how we support our survivors, is by supporting the work that they do. You know, one thing I know about the average survivor is that they are very, very, very proud people. They don't like to ask. They don't like to ask for help. They don't like to ask for money. They don't like to ask for support. But what they do is they write books, or they have Patreons, or they have shows, or they have monetized shows. So I really want to encourage you guys to please, if you can, every time one of the survivors is on our channel, to support them by buying a copy of their book if you can afford it. Mostly you can get them in PDFs or Kindle or whatever, which makes it, or hardcover, which makes it affordable for most people. Or they have Patreons, or they have a GoFundMe. I would really like you to, I'd like to encourage you to support our survivors in that way. If at all you would like to support any of them through me, you're welcome to do so. Her name is Cindy. Desmo, are you talking about the artist, Cindy? There she is. What a phenomenal artist, and what a phenomenal lady, and what a phenomenal story she has to tell. So if you can check out her art page, and if there's anything there and you're able to support her, that's how we support our community. I'll put it out there for you guys, and you can see what everyone is doing. And I'm going to keep in touch, and I'm going to stay in touch with our survivors over the years. It's so precious to see how they actually do. Colleen, I know, and I appreciate that. I mean, obviously, I understand. You know, guys, just by watching the show and letting the shitty adverts play, right, that supports the channel. So you don't actually have to do anything. Just sometimes let the shitty adverts play. And again, you know, that enables this channel to go ahead and for us to continue. And rest assured, whatever we have that's in excess, we definitely share. And I want to say again, thank you for sharing what you have with us. I look forward to sharing what we have with you in the next few days. And yeah, absolutely, just to share her work. That would be amazing, true. You know, you get the link, and if you're on Facebook or something, share her link, and you never know who can see her work. And that is amazing. So, guys, I could hang out with you all night. seriously, you see, especially we're all hearts today, right? You all know why. 5 hearts, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One for each year. 5, 5, 5. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for staying until the end to hang out with me and this have my little cocktail with you, my giant Irish coffee. And you all better come to South Africa because I swear no one makes better Irish coffee than me. And you all can ask all my friends. And no one makes better potato salad. I think I must have been Irish in a past life. But I really look forward to seeing you. And if any of you in my area, look me up. I would love to meet you for a coffee or a meal or a Irish coffee. You never know. Maybe even bubbles. You see, on birthday, we do bubbles. But I thought today would be Irish coffee, just because we can. So I didn't get a cake. No, I didn't get a cake, actually. But I will. Guys, I so appreciate you. God bless you all. Take good care of your beautiful, beautiful selves. And I shall see you. We got Penny Bradley. Yay. New guest, another Montauk survivor, secret space program survivor. Back from, born in 1955. She was a Nachtwaffen, I think that's how you call it. Mothership pilot. Wow, guys, crazy intel. This is what I say when I talk. All the years have led me here to Montauk, right? Because at Montauk, they're looking to break through the barriers and literally take control and colonize outer space planets, other planets. Human beings are dreadful. They make all sorts of, some human beings, they make all sorts of deals with the devil, and then they use their own people to be the sacrifice for their power. So really, at the end of the day, that's what it's for Earth humans to colonize outer planets. And if you've been listening to people like Akim Ra and a lot of other secret space program survivors, that's all that they're saying. How humans go there and colonize these places. They've just got to colonize as much as what they can. And they, of course, they've got to use our human children as fodder, as bait, as fuel. So I do believe we're super much everything, and it doesn't mean that anything else is irrelevant. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that it's very relevant, and that everything leads to power, control, and doing what they need to do in order to have that power and control. Fresh cream. Irish coffee cannot be had without fresh cream. Sorry. That's one of the reasons I cannot be vegan. I'm almost vegan, but every now and again, when your girl needs Irish coffee, it ain't going to be that oily whip stuff that you spray out of the can. No way. That's sacrilege. It can't happen. Anyway, you might also notice there's like slightly changes in the background, right? So you will see that the last few days, not only have we been having a birthday, but my entire space has been changed around. I bought a new couch, and what I thought was going to be a 2-hour operation to put my new couch into my lounge ended up being a 2-day revamping operation. So you got to know the vibes are flying high, yeah. All sorts of changes, yeah. What happens when we get big? We reach the age of 5, right? We're big girls now. I love it. Okay, guys. I am so appreciative of you. Appreciative of you. And I look forward to seeing you on the lives next week. And thank you for joining us and celebrating our 5th anniversary. Go and buy yourself a nice cocktail. It is still a special day. Take good care, guys. God bless you all. And thank you, everybody. I really, really, really appreciate you. See you very soon.